have personal experience, not with doing it, but I have personal friends who very, very wealthy individuals were not friends anymore because of these decisions they made. Is they would go down to Costa Rica and they would do ayahuasca all the time, and it led them to cheat on their spouses, divorce their spouses, orgies, a love for mammon, money. And all I mean, it's just the trajectory. Every single person I know.
You don't hear about that in the pop culture. Right. I was saved of my PTSD and I was delivered of my addictions and I was shown how more loving I need to be. No. It's like, well,
I know guys in our own city right now, in our own city who hold ayahuascas in their living rooms, and the most obscene things happen in those rooms. I know it. I've seen video of what happens in these rooms that you would be amazed by. The sex acts, everything that would be contradictory to, I have guys that I know who end up doing it. It's like, I had sex with 3 men that night. Jeez. And I'm straight. And I was doing ayahuasca. I mean, I've heard the craziest stuff. And they're coming to me because they're like, I'm a pastor, and they're like, so what do you think about it? I'm like, what do you mean? What do I think about it? Like, did you think this is good? It's like, well, I'm full. I feel so much love, and I feel, and it's
that's the thing. It's becoming a cult because it's becoming so mainstream. It's becoming almost a religion and a cult, and even science is backing it. And one of the key defining characteristics of a cult is sexual immorality. Mm-hmm. A lot of these gurus have harems on the side. A lot of these gurus prey on all the women that follow them. So that too. That's the thing. There are no boundaries in that regard.
And so that's what happened. So what I share with this young man is I fully am convicted, and I know that you're on the other side. I know you're talking to these principalities and these spirits, but what I'm telling you is, if it does not lead you to the one true God, if it does not lead you to the not only the knowledge of Jesus, but the practice of Jesus, to be a faithful follower of Jesus, the attributes of the Scripture, which I've never met someone, and I know a lot of friends who do DMT, who do mushrooms, who do ayahuasca. They're not close friends, but I know, and we've had conversations because they sought me out as a pastor. We're in LA area. This is a big drug capital of the world. I mean, these conversations happen, and I've yet to hear one say, I've given my life to Jesus Christ because I did ayahuasca. It's always the opposite. Mm-hmm. And so, like what I told this young man is, it's just like when you get, I used to ride a Harley, and the saying when you ride a motorcycle is, it's not a matter of if you'll ever get in a car accident, it's when you'll get in a car accident, right? And so, like I tell anyone who practices those divinations, practices those level of things, it's not a matter of if it'll go bad.
They're very smart.
It's when it'll go bad.
Because they'll tell me. They'll appear as an angel of light those first few times, and then,
because some of them will tell me, no, it's been good experiences.
Because they've been watching you your whole life.
They've
been watching you your whole life. They know what makes you tick. They know what tempts you. They know your weaknesses. They're going to give it to you.
Yeah, and they know what you want.
They're going to offer you the world.
Yeah. When I've had, I know individuals who they've done ayahuasca, them and their wife together with a group of people, and them and their wife slept with everyone in the room, and then they come out of it and they get a divorce because they cheated on each other. Wow. But you were high on ayahuasca. And anyone could look up what DMT does to you, but it's an absolute psychedelic that inhibits a lot of your ability to control, right?
Well, I find interesting. I find interesting that Terrence McKenna, who kind of started the whole DMT movement, that Joe Rogan, highly favors, because Joe Rogan's the big, apostle of DMT nowadays. But Terrence McKenna really brought it to pop culture. But I find it interesting. Now I'm just saying, it's highly suspicious to me how Terrence McKenna died. And nobody seems to connect the dots.
I don't know this.
Okay, now this is a man. Now this is a man.
Corey's on the edge of his
This
seat.
is a man who's doing this incredible therapy. He's devoting his life to this incredible therapy that does so much good, DMT, and he's a fit man. He was in the 70s. He was this leader of this movement, and and he died of a brain tumor. I don't know, but it's amazing to me because psychedelics is a mind-altering drug.
For sure.
So I just find it I find it a coincidence that the way God, and God bless him, I hope he's not suffering. I hope he's resting in peace. But I just find it interesting that this drug that he devoted his life to, that was a mind-altering drug, how he died was a result of a brain tumor.
Yeah.
And supposedly what happens with DMT is your pineal gland, it all revolves around your pineal gland, which is your third eye. And that's where the DMT is released, and that's how it takes you to another dimension. But
Like Doctor Strange.
Yeah, that's another point. But there's some truth to that. But so you know, it could be just a coincidence. But to me, you know, if you open yourself up to sin, if you open yourself up to the enemy, the wages of sin is death.
Yeah.
And so
But like you said,
yeah.
I think this is huge because, believe it or not, I have maybe more personal experiences than another human, like at least another pastor, because not only do I have people running up to me at the mall asking me about their DMT experiences, but I have friends that I know who have. But just at least to me, I don't know how it is for other people, but to me, it is a reality that happens every single day right now. And like you said, you have the apologists for it, like Joe Rogan and others, who are like, you should do it once a year. Some will say do it once in your life or whatever it is. But there's enough people out there who are telling people to explore it. Right now, the travel industry to Costa Rica for ayahuasca is insane. The wait list to go and do these things is crazy.
It's
3
huge.
years ago, no one was even doing it. No one was even talking about it, right?
Yeah.
So I think as Christians, we have to be informed, to be able to talk about it, to be able to have conversation about it, and to be able to articulate the risk behind it, because that's what I'm telling them. I'm telling them, listen, man, I'm not laughing, because they're like, my friends are laughing at me. My friends are telling me when I do it, it's all in my head, and I'm like, listen, brother, I'm not laughing at you. It's real. Like what you're counting, it's happening, but it doesn't mean it's good for you.